Alright guys, so it is time for another Empties video, and I'm really excited to say that I've actually used a bunch of my eyelashes this time around, and I have always loved the Katy Perry eyelashes, but I've actually been going through my collection and using them quite a bit. I do use them over and over again. Really quickly, I have some random samples. This was a face oil by Ole Hendrickson. And it was just a face oil. I did like it, but it was very, very oily. And then this was the Dior. Then I also used a sample of the Dior. Then I also tried a sample of the Dior Nude Air Foundation. I really, really liked this, and I almost considered buying it, but it's $65, so I'm not sure if I want to, but the finish was amazing, and it just lasted extremely well on my skin. I finally finished my Time Bomb Skincare White Tea Kiwi Facial Skin Scrub, and I personally really love this. I thought it would smell a little bit more like kiwi, but it actually smelled more like white tea. It was very nice, and I felt like even though it was a scrub, it was very moisturizing, and it did not wear down my skin or irritate it too much. So it was very, very gentle, and I would definitely recommend it if you have sensitive skin or if you have acne prone skin. It's very, very gentle. Then I also used a toner up. This is the Sea Breeze alcohol free. I really did like this, but I have been using a lot of more natural alternatives for toners lately, like apple cider vinegar. But I finally finished a bunch of my BB creams. I had a bunch of BB creams and like tinted moisturizers that I hadn't completely finished that were like sitting practically, 1 or 2 uses. And that was ridiculous. I just needed to finish them. So I used the Garnier Miracle BB cream in light to medium. This was okay, but I felt like it did tend to go orange on me and a little bit greasy, but it was very moisturizing, and it was one that I did like on the go. This is my favorite one of all time, my favorite BB cream ever that I've ever tried, and it's from Flower. You can only get it at Walmart. It's from Drew Barrymore's collection, and I always love promoting her stuff because her stuff is freaking awesome. It works so well with my skin, and when I was reading reviews about this, a lot of people compared it to the coverage either of the CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation or the Tarte Amazonian Clay foundation. So it is a little bit of a thicker coverage for a BB cream. A lot of people say that it is not actually a BB cream, that it's more like a foundation. Another thing I love about this is that it is completely yellow toned, so it matches me so well. And a lot of BB creams tend to go orange or pink, but this one just works so well on my skin tone. L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in Light. This one went so orange on me that it was kind of ridiculous, and it just had a tendency to melt off really easily. I don't think it works very well on oily or oily combination skin. So then I finished the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, and I really did like this, but I had to always mix it with a different foundation because it was a little too pale for me. It was in the color Porcelain. I think I would get a shade up from this if I ever got it again, and it was a little too pinky toned, but once I mixed it in with another foundation, it just worked extremely, extremely well. And the other reason I sometimes like to mix it in with another foundation is this one was extremely mattifying and drying, and that was awesome. If I did have a really big acne mark that I wanted to get rid of, this would instantly get rid of it. Like within a couple hours it would get rid of it. But for the rest of my skin where I didn't have those acne marks, it would dry out my skin. So I found the perfect way to use this was to mix it in with another like dewier foundation. It would cancel out some of the dewiness of the other foundation and just give me the perfect like demi matte complexion and not over dry my skin. Oh, I actually have one more foundation, and it's the All Made Clear Complexion Blemish Healing makeup. So again, another one that is awesome for acne, and I feel like this one was a lot more of a lighter coverage compared to the e.l.f. This one had maximum full coverage. This one had a light coverage, light to medium, which kind of confused me, especially when my acne was at its, when it was a lot worse. I just didn't get the point of it because it didn't cover up anything. I used up my Coverall pressed powder from Wet n Wild. This was awesome. I really loved it because it completely mattified my skin, and if you suffer from really, really oily skin, this just really airbrushes your skin and controls your oil, but make sure that you don't use too much because you can go heavy-handed on with that powder very easily. A sample mascara from Too Faced, the Lashgasm mascara. And as soon as I got this, it had pretty much dried out. I don't know if it was an extremely dry mascara to begin with, but I could never really use it. I tried to use it a couple of times. This True Match L'Oreal Super Blendable Crayon Concealer in N4 to N5, and that is basically my skin tone during the summer, but during the winter it is 2 shades darker, 1 to 2 shades darker. So during the summer, if I just wanted a little bit of coverage, say I had a few acne marks, I would draw on this concealer and just dash out the door and not worry about the rest of my face. Or during the winter, if I needed a little bit of contouring, I would just apply this and it would just give me a little bit more depth to my skin without looking too crazy dramatic. And I really did like this, and I probably would buy it again. It's probably the only concealer pen so far that I have tried and liked. Then I used a Master Duo eyeliner. I liked this when I first got it. It worked extremely, extremely well, and then somehow it just ended up being streaky the more and more I used it. Even if I would shake it, it ended up going streaky, which was so annoying because when I first got it, like the first 2 or 3 weeks, I absolutely loved it, and then after that it was just a complete mess. So again, kind of a fail. A lot of this stuff seems to be failing me, but at least I'm being honest here, I guess. Then I got the Sally Hansen Nail Growth Miracle in White Tip, and I got this a few years ago, and the only reason I really got it was because I had a hard time finding an extremely white nail polish, and at the time this was the only one that I found that was super, super pigmented, but I wouldn't say it's best, and I'm going to try a few other white nail polishes that you guys have suggested over the last year to me, so I'm going to be ending up getting those ones instead. Then I used up the Orlando Pita Argan Rejuvenating Hair Treatment with Moroccan Oil. I actually have maybe 2 uses left of this. I love this stuff. It is so lightweight. It is a miracle treatment for my hair. I just feel like it gives me shine, and it doesn't weigh down my hair too much, and it just gets rid of all the frizzy bits, and I feel like this has helped make my hair a lot more manageable. So I really like this, but I'm gonna probably just continue using different hair oils and experimenting with different ones, but yeah, I really like this. I really liked it. I really liked it. And then I used a sample of the Alien by Terry Mugler perfume, and I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to smell nasty, but it smelled very, very nice. So I don't know if I would actually buy it though, but I liked it. And then I used up my deluxe sample of the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow I'm So Money Honey by Benefit Foundation, and I really, really like this. Would I say that it's worth $36 or $40, however much it is? Probably not, but I really did like it. It made my skin look very natural. you could still see my freckles. It wasn't full coverage, but it just airbrushed my skin. But at the same time, I don't know, I can't get myself to buy it because of the price, but I did like it. Oh, one more foundation, of course. I have another foundation from BH Cosmetics. I only have two possible uses out of this, and it's the liquid foundation. I really like this because it gives me a really flawless matte to demi-matte coverage, and it just goes on really smoothly, and I really like the airbrush quality that it gives my skin. I have read reviews about it, and people compare it to MAC Studio Fix foundation. I personally haven't tried that MAC foundation, so I can't say if it is similar, but that's the only thing that I have heard from other people. But I do like it, and it was in my 2014 favorites. And then I also used another pair of eyelashes, the Ardell number 33. These I've been getting more and more into using Ardell lashes just because they're really accessible, and I really like a bunch of the styles. Alright guys, so that is the end of my video. I know there was mainly face products, but I just went through basically a purge. Yeah, basically a purge in my collection. Just got rid of all the foundations, just ended up using all the ones that were, like I said, basically almost done anyway. It was a little ridiculous to have it sitting around because that's just a really bad habit of mine. I use it until it's almost done and then I just get bored of it, so I leave it alone. But yeah, I'm so happy that I finished all this stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe, and if you want to see anything else on my channel, any reviews or makeup tutorials, leave it in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.